Today I will tell you about the tragic history of the Demonweb Pits, a dark dungeon that has claimed the life of many a hero, a place that has promoted yet others to positions of glory and renown, a place that might hold the key to the survival or demise of the entire realm. The great kingdom of the Aerdi, a beacon of expansion and triumph for over 4 centuries, faced a fundamental shift in the year 213 with the demise of Overking Jiranin. His fatuous son, Malev, disinterested in his inherited power, secretly auctioned the throne to the highest bidding relative. Unexpectedly, his cousin Zelkor matched Malev's price and ascended to power. Zelkor's reign began under an ominous omen, a complete solar eclipse during his coronation in Roxas. Royal astrologers interpreted this as the onset of the prophecy of the Age of Great Sorrow, foretold by Selvor the Younger. In a swift response, Overking Zelkor disbanded the astrologers' order and exiled them to Rel Astra, dismissing their warnings as mere hysteria. Under Zelkor and his weak successors, the once great Aerdi kingdom ceased its expansion, turning inward as darkness, corruption, and decadence seeped into the land. In these times of turmoil, many sought refuge in malevolent cults, particularly those venerating demons from the abyss, a realm of otherworldly horrors. These demons, mighty yet bound by the laws of their realm, could only enter ours through powerful summonings. In return for their brief passage, they demanded heinous tributes of bloodshed and chaos. In the face of this encroaching darkness, the realm's heroes valiantly rose to the challenge, hunting and vanquishing demons wherever they could. Yet these triumphs bore the weight of temporality, for while the heroes could banish demons back to the abyss, they could not destroy their immortal spirits. Each victory was but a delay, a brief respite before the demons' inevitable return. The mortality of these brave souls stood in stark contrast to the endless cycle of the demons they fought. After enduring generations of conflict against the demonic forces, the champions of good, wearied yet resolute, conceived a daring plan to eradicate the demonic threat once and for all. Central to this scheme was a paladin named Mera, who earlier in her adventuring days had discovered a large magical crystal with an inner dimension of infinite complexity. Research revealed that this crystal had the unique ability to imprison souls and spirits, including those from the abyss. The strategy hinged on a single decisive battle. The plan: to lure multiple demon lords and their minions by promising them access to our realm and the promise of vast destruction, a temptation too great for their malevolent natures to resist. Despite realizing that their rivals had received similar offers, envy drove each demon to participate, unwilling to forego an opportunity for domination. Adding a diabolical twist, some mortals agreed to bind their souls to those of the demons. This pact ensured that the death of a demon would also claim the life of the bound mortal. For the demons, this was a mere inconvenience, but for the mortals, it was a fatal sacrifice, serving as a perverse form of assurance to the demons. In the fall of the year 388, the greatest clerics and holy warriors from across the land, those of Fultus and Ironeus preeminent among them, gathered at the Causeway of Fiends, a location where the veil between our world and the abyss was thinnest. There they conjured numerous portals, through which the demonic armies surged, only to be met by the assembled forces of good. As a fierce battle raged, with mortals and demons clashing, and demons also battling each other for dominance, the heroes enacted their final gambit. Those who had bound their souls to the demons willingly ended their lives, triggering the mutual destruction pact. This act caused the demon lord's spirits, along with the spirits of their bound servants, to be inexorably drawn into the Demonweb crystal upon their deaths. Few demons managed to retreat to the abyss. The hero's victory was decisive, yet tinged with profound sorrow for the immense sacrifices made. The demonic menace was contained, but at the cost of the bravest souls who had stood against the darkness. In the wake of their monumental victory, the guardianship of the Demonweb crystal became paramount. To ensure the demonic spirits remained forever imprisoned, the survivors, led by Paladin Mara, established the Holy Order of the Maze. This order, comprised of dedicated warriors, was entrusted with the crystal's protection. Financial support for this crucial task flowed in from major churches and noble houses, facilitating the construction of an impenetrable vault to secure the crystal eternally. However, barely a year into this endeavor, cracks in the alliance began to show. The House of Nalax aligned with the priesthood of Hextor and renounced their allegiance to Heroneoa's clergy, signaling the first sign of discord. Maera, committed to her duty, led the order with fairness and justice. But the political landscape was shifting. The loss of influential priests weakened her sway over the nobility, and the House of Rax's continued production of ineffectual rulers didn't help. As years passed, Maera became increasingly strict and paranoid, refusing to relinquish control over the crystal's guardianship, deeming all potential successors unworthy. In the year 446, a significant political upheaval occurred. Evid of Nalax, having assassinated Overking Nalaf of House Rax, seized the throne and immediately cut off funding to the order, plunging it into crisis. Amidst this turmoil, rumors circulated that Mara, who remarkably hadn't aged in years, was delving into life-extending magic. In a dramatic turn of events, Mara announced her decision to be the Demonweb's sole guardian, dismissing all her followers and secluding herself within the vault. This action prompted Overking Ivid to dispatch his forces, bolstered by disillusioned former members of the Order, to seize the vault. They breached its depths only to discover a gruesome scene. The slain members of the Holy Order's council, their bodies pierced by countless shards. Amidst this carnage, both Myra and the Demonweb crystal were nowhere to be found, leaving their fates shrouded in mystery and darkness. For decades, Maera and the Demonweb crystal faded into the realm of legend, their tales relegated to the dusty pages of history. The demonic spirits seemed securely imprisoned, suggesting that Maera's final, solitary vigil had been successful. Yet, in the year 584, whispers of a curious discovery began to surface, rekindling interest in the long-forgotten saga. Adventurers stumbled upon magical crystal shards emanating strange powers and echoing with demonic whispers. They found the shards inside a ruined dwarven city laden with traps, not far from the former stronghold of the Holy Order of the Maze. This mysterious and perilous location came to be known as the Demonweb Pits. Wizards with deep knowledge of arcane lore soon confirmed these shards were fragments of the original Demonweb crystal. Retaining their power to imprison demonic entities, these fragments were aptly named Demon Shards. Their discovery sparked a frenzied rush. Fortune seekers, adventurers, and envoys from various mortal nations converged on the location of the Demonweb Pits, each driven by different motives. Some sought to secure these shards for the greater good, aiming to prevent any resurgence of demonic threats. Others, enticed by the promise of power and personal gain, delved into the treacherous depths, eager to claim the demon shards for themselves. Thus, the Demonweb Pits became a nexus of danger, intrigue, and potential, drawing individuals from all walks of life into its shadowy, enigmatic corridors. The line between heroism and avarice blurred as each party navigated the labyrinthine ruins, driven by their own ambitions and the allure of the demon shards.